Hello, I'm Chen, now a PhD candidate in the Department of English Language and Literature at Yangtze University, specializing in digital humanity and film studies. I hope you enjoy my presentation on Northeast Chinese online films. Northeast China, or Dongbei in Chinese, has provided a fertile ground for cinematic production since the founding of New China in 1949. The term Northeast Chinese film refers to the films, televisions, dramas, or other visual presentations that imply the cultural, social, historical, or economic context of the Northeast Chinese region. In recent years, there are two most salient rounds of films and televisions concerning Northeast China. One is epic drama in expensive settings, spanning from a significant period of time. An instance of this run is The Lifelong Journey, which features the ordinary life from the 1960s to 2020s. The other is suspension drama with black humors, represented by the newly premiered online TV drama The Long Siren, which tells the story of a murder case that remains open for nearly 20 years. Upon careful examination of the time period in both rounds, it becomes evident that filmmakers tend to look back into the Northeast Chinese region around the 1990s, when it was going to lose its position as the key industrial base of the country. Although the hero of the long season repeats, "Move on, don't look back," contemporary audiences seem to be obsessed with the nostalgic storytelling cinematography of these films and praise them highly. Therefore, to unveil the secret of the success of Northeast films, this presentation focuses on a well-received online drama, Good Guy, Good Luck, also named Once Upon a Time in Northeast China, Win Honor, which is typical in Northeast storytelling and is set in the 1990s. It revolves around a security guard working in a factory who is eager to win honor but involved in a series of events accidentally, no matter how bizarre it may sound. After closely watching the drama, it is found that the brilliance of the Northeast film lies in its ability to integrate the affect of characters in the film production with the emotion of the audience in the film consumption. Western interest in emotion can trace back to at least as far as Aristotle, when he defines the emotion as those things through which, by undergoing change, people come to differ in their arguments, and which are accompanied by pain and pleasure, for example, anger, pity, fear, and other such things, and their opposites. Some scholars consider emotion and affect to be interchangeable with each other. Focusing on the delusion, the following part aims to distinguish between the two. According to Spinoza, thinking capacity of the mind aligns with its openness to external ideas, while the acting ability of the body aligns with its responsiveness to other physical entities. As people's ability to be influenced or affected increases, so does their capacity for an effective action. It is an energy following between the inner mind and the outside world, by which people take actions or make influence to the outside world based on their affective intensity. Different from the correspondence between the mind and the body, also between the power to act and the power to be affected in affect theory. The existence of emotion is premised by the cognitions of human brains and presented in the form of bodily feelings. According to a notion by Noel Corriel, this emotional state can take objects and be directed, can have intentionality because the cognitive states that are necessary constituents of the overall emotional states possesses intentionality. In this paper, the specific question to ponder over regarding the issue of Northeast China drama should be: how the characters in Good Guy, Good Luck are engaged in the continuous effects that contribute to the attrition in their daily life. Northeast China, as the largest old industrial base, gradually lost its leading position since the reform and opening up in 1970s to 1980s, which shifted the development focus from inner industrial base to southeast coastal area. In the era of post-industrial and industrial transformation, its development lags far behind the coastal areas. As a result, laid-off and unemployment were very pervasive across the whole Northeast region, inducing people's sense of insecurity and impasse of daily life. One salient example in Good Guy, Good Luck is Da Yu, who in his 20s has been hanging around for years with no job. His sister therefore asked for the protagonist Shang Quanliang to find a stable job for Da Yu in a thermos factory. Shang, disrespected by his colleagues and facing the risk of being fired in the factories, considers to find a job in the police station so as to let Da Yu take over his position in the factory. Likewise, as the society is pervaded with depressive atmosphere, all other characters in Good Guy, Good Luck are engaged in some kind of plight and struggle to get rid of the current dilemma by attaching to certain false optimism. Meanwhile, since Shang is eager to enter the police station, he projects the image of a policeman onto himself, creating a false present moment of intersubjectivity in which, nonetheless, a performance of address can take place. At the beginning, he takes pride in being a security guard in the factory, since his position shares some similarities with policemen. The goal of both is to secure the safety of the public. So when he hears that the little brother of a factory worker is bullied by other higher grade students, he volunteers to give them some lessons, but ends up with broken figures and being humiliated by those students who are much younger than him. Also, when he confronts bullies, he picks out his work card of the thermos factory as commanding as a real policeman by seriously claiming that I am a security guard of the thermos factory. However, being weak in strength and old in age, he is disqualified as a security guard, let alone as a policeman. He takes out his work card in the same way as in previous scenes and threatens the Tiger brothers and said, if you go on like this, I will enforce the law. But in reality, he is able to execute his power only because the gangster accidentally become injured. And furthermore, when he is juxtaposed with his nephew Hu Ting, who is a real policeman, when they juxtaposed with each other in the rear view mirror of the policeman, of the police motorcycle, though Shang is well dressed and equipped like a real policeman, while his nephew is dressed casually, their identities is clearly implied in the cinematic configuration. Shang's identity as a costumed policeman is unreal and imaginary. This is the final of the third part of my research. For more about Chinese Northeast online drama, please refer to my recent journal paper, Narratives and Spectatorships of the Northeast Chinese Online Drama, Affect and Emotion in Asia Film Studies. And that's all. Thank you.